Defining and Measuring Poverty by Henry Barden and Kyle Lutz.
Poverty may seem like a simple term at first. You probably already have an image in your head of what you think poverty is. However, the daunting complexity of poverty and how to measure it would surprise you. Today, Henry and I explore various definitions and measurements of poverty in order to create our own.
John Iceland defines poverty as economic or income deprivation. According to Iceland, the phrase economic deprivation implies not crossing a specific threshold of income.
The official poverty measure most accurately reflects Iceland's definition of poverty. It evaluates poverty using an income threshold created by Molly Orshansky, 3 times the cost of a 1963 economic food plan based on family size and adjusted for yearly inflation. The 3 times multiplier assumes that from 1955 statistics that families spend 1/3 of their income on food. Family income means gross income, including cash benefits, from all household members related by blood or marriage. If families fall below the income threshold, they are considered poor.
The supplemental poverty measure modifies that threshold by including the costs of food, clothing, shelter, and utilities, FCSU, as well as necessary household spending like work and medical expenses. It also includes cash and non-cash benefits in its measure of income. Further, the measure is also quasi-relative, adapting for housing costs based on location. Finally, it expands the official measure's definition of family to include anyone living in or supporting a household.
Amartya Sen broadens the definition of poverty even further with his capabilities approach. Sen suggests that poverty is not only a measure of income, but an evaluation of one's capabilities to perform desired functionings and achieve well-being. For that sentence to make sense, we need to define capabilities and functionings.
Capabilities are the opportunities people have to do or be what they want to do or be. Functionings are the doings and beings someone values. Taken together, capabilities determine how well someone can achieve functionings. For example, if someone wanted to become a gymnast, one of their capabilities may be income, but others may include proximity to a gym and innate athleticism. Each capability would determine how well they can do gymnastics. One's ability to do and be what they want determines their overall well-being.
Sen's approach looks beyond income at how factors such as race, ability, gender, political or religious affiliation, and even freedom to do one thing or another affects people's ability to find fulfillment. Sen evaluates poverty on the basis of living how you would like to, and income is only one piece of that puzzle.
Lastly, Rachel Sheffield and Robert Rector define poverty as extreme poverty, or a profound inability to obtain even the most basic needs. The authors claim that the majority of families considered poor by the official poverty measure can afford good quality housing, a consistent and nutritious food supply, necessary health care, and even entertainment technology. If even most poor people can afford so many amenities, then poverty as they define it is not nearly as widespread as one might think.
We combine what we liked about each definition and measurement of poverty to create our own. To us, poverty is best defined through the capabilities approach because it encapsulates more ways someone could be poor. People lack well-being, not just financially, but emotionally and physically too.
However, an intangible idea like well-being is difficult to quantify by nature, and measuring it qualitatively would produce such an immense number of variables making someone poor that determining the most impactful ones would be arduous. So, we tried to adapt the broad lens of the capabilities approach to an absolute income measurement to make our evaluation more practical.
Our income threshold factors in the average annual cost of FCSU, healthcare, and education on a state level. It also adapts for family size and composition according to the SPU definition. FCSU costs represent the capability to obtain the bare necessities of living well. We say bare necessities because lacking any of these items would most drastically impact anyone's well-being. That person's whole life would revolve around not having the one essential item.
Healthcare and education costs represent the capabilities of longevity, health, and quality education. These capabilities help individuals achieve a vast range of functionings, such as becoming a doctor, losing weight, or living well into retirement. Including these costs helps our measurement evaluate well-being in a myriad of ways without burdening it with too many variables.
We chose to measure on a state level because a national measurement would not show where poverty appears, and measuring every cost in every locality would be exceedingly difficult. Finally, adapting for family size and composition according to the SPU definition ensures inclusion of the many different living situations present in our society. In total, we measure well-being on several fronts while producing a clear determination of which families are poor and where.
A probable counterargument to our definition and measurement would be that it does not take into account capabilities that have nothing to do with income, such as race or gender. Our approach actually does capture several of these capabilities indirectly. Take the Crown Act, for example. If someone cannot get a certain job because of their natural hairstyle, their inability to obtain that income would appear when their income is evaluated against a threshold.
While our approach does not measure non-job functionings denied to people because of non-income capabilities, Henry and I favor the advantages of an absolute income measurement over the disadvantage of being less comprehensive, since straightforward evaluations encourage decisive action and policy.
In summary, our approach to defining and measuring poverty incorporates aspects from many other measurements in an attempt to find a holistic yet practical solution. It combines the ease of use of an absolute income measurement with the more broad well-being evaluations of the SPU and the capabilities approach. Despite the advantages of our idea, it remains imperfect, and more research will hopefully result in increasingly effective evaluations of poverty.